The city of Melbourne, Australia is home to the world's largest tram network, and I've had the pleasure of riding on said network twice, in October 2013 and June 2024. Of course, the second trip included a ride on the W8 class along the City Circle route, and speaking of which, I was surprised by just how many times I saw the W8 on merchandise in the gift shops at Tullamarine Airport. More recently, I had the idea to do another 10 words or less video about the city's trams, and in addition to the classes that make up the current Melbourne fleet, I will also include 4 classes of which one or more examples are preserved in New Zealand. The G class is not included because it hadn't yet entered service when I was last over there. Good thing I didn't ride these ones along Collins Street. Effectively a big sister to the A class. Bland looking, rough riding, and as cheap as chips. The rarest trams in Melbourne, and one of my favourites. Cheap as chips again, but made in Germany this time. Back to the Aussie-made trams with an absolute unit. Very heavily refurbished, but she retains the old-fashioned charm. Oldies but goldies. Made for an interesting journey to Footscray. Made loads of memories with these. Also one's a restaurant. Good for before and after comparisons with the W8. Similar to the SW6. Long time since she last ran. Charming little thing. Pity her lines living on borrowed time. And there you have it. Some very abridged reviews on the current and preserved Melbourne trams. Although I only managed to ride aboard the C1, C2, E, W8 and Z3 classes when I was last there, I was still impressed by the system overall. If you're ever visiting Melbourne for yourself, I can easily recommend going for a ride on the trams, especially down Route 109 to the terminus at Port Melbourne, even though the C1 class isn't very good. As busy as it can be sometimes, the W8 class on the City Circle also comes highly recommended by me.